Ciao, amore. Good morning, everybody. It's been forever. I don't even know where to begin. It's been a very, very busy few weeks. I'm out with Mia on a little walk. It's maybe like 8:30 in the morning, and it's very beautiful weather out here, which is why I'm just taking advantage of it. And Mia needs to have a little nap, and this is the best way for her to fall asleep right now, which is by being in the sling. It may not sound like it, but I guarantee you in the next 5 minutes she will be fast asleep. I've been walking for about an hour and a half. I generally don't know how many steps I'm taking these days. So many. It's because Mia is only able to sleep properly when she's in the sling, in motion, usually outdoors. Yeah, we managed to find a way around it, get her to sleep in the cot. But in the past couple of days, she's been really fussy, poor thing. I think she's going through a growth spurt. Honestly, every time she has a little bit of a tough time, I just justify it by saying, oh yeah, it must be a growth spurt for sure. So anyway, she's been really wanting to have contact sleep. So yeah, anyway, it's been an hour and a half and I'm starting to get really hungry. And look what I found. Yeah, vegan Kit Kat. They've been released recently, I think, and I tried them the first time just a couple of weeks ago, and it was such a treat. I used to love them back in the day, so it's so nice to see that they have a vegan version now. I've just come home. I think I've been out for about 2 hours now, which is crazy. 13,000 steps, almost 14,000. It's ridiculous. Like a couple of weeks ago, I think that's where we reached the peak of Mia's napping habits, outdoor napping habits. I'd taken 36,000 steps in one day. Genuinely, I don't think there's been a day where I've walked more than that, even on vacation, like sightseeing. And you know, like, I've been at times trying to force things on her to suit me better. So for instance, trying to put her down in her cot, trying to rock her to sleep in my arms just so I could put her down. And honestly, none of it ever worked, because obviously she wasn't having it. She just wanted to be on me. She just wanted to feel like that warmth and contact. I'm just reminded, and this is the very humbling thing about motherhood and taking care of a little one. It's not about you. It's not about what's convenient for you. So I'm learning very slowly to surrender and to just let things be, even if they're not convenient for me. So obviously, you know, a 2-hour walk is not feasible every day, but you know, she's only going to be this little for a short period of time, and you know, every day is very, very different. So she will, you know, want to be on me today but be okay sleeping in her cot tomorrow. So you never know, really. So now I've got two issues. One, I really need the loo but I can't take my shoes off because I've decided to wear my Doc Martens, and they're a pain to take off, especially when I'm wearing Mia. And obviously I'm wearing Mia, which makes going to the toilet a little bit difficult. So that's gonna be fun. I think she's gonna wake up soon anyway. But yeah, so I might just do some admin whilst I'm standing here in the corridor. I may as well. Or actually, I'm thinking, should we just have a little catch up? Since I'm here, since I've got the time. It's been a few very intense weeks. I have to admit to you guys, January was quite hard. And let's begin with the hardest bit of all, I think. My mental health postpartum has been a little bit wobbly. I think I mentioned in a previous video, and therapy has been massively helpful. But I have to say, like, I've had a few waves of anxiety throughout the month, and I found it quite debilitating, I have to say. Thankfully, we've had some help from Ruben's mom and then my mom. They came over to support and help us and keep us company, and, you know, basically give us that little bit of family support that unfortunately we lack by living abroad. So yeah, so that's been a bit difficult, I have to say. I just see it as a kind of, you know, wave sort of thing. So right now I'm on the up. I feel quite good about it. But you know, I know that things might change again, and I might have a dip in the future, and, you know, things will go back up again. See what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a roller coaster. But again, therapy has been so good and so helpful. As I said in a previous video, I feel heard, I feel understood, and I feel normal, which is the most important thing. I never understood, I could never fathom really how wild postpartum is. Like, as someone that has always kind of struggled with anxiety, I feared before falling pregnant, that I would struggle postpartum. But, you know, like, just the life adjustment that comes as a result of having a baby is insane. And as every change in life, it's very tricky to adjust. So I'm just going with emotion, labeling my feelings, just allowing my emotions, allowing them to come and go. And yeah, it's definitely a tricky exercise, I have to say. So that is that. And then Mia has grown a ridiculous amount. She's almost 3 months now. Where has time gone? She's so big. And, you know, we start to see her little personality. She starts smiling and she starts... Oh, hello, massive mirror. I know that things are going to become a little bit more difficult as we step into the 4th month. There's the dreaded 4-month sleep regression, which I'm learning all about as I go along, by the way. The things you Google in the middle of the night when you're breastfeeding are ridiculous. Like, you should see my Google history these days. It's quite shocking. That, as well as my Amazon purchases, are, yeah, quite interesting. Yeah, we've really been trying in the past few weeks to just get through it. I think that's what the challenge has been, really. Ruben is back and he's able to take care of Mia whilst I take a little moment for myself and think about lunch. So there is a beautiful app that I keep using over and over again. I've been using it for many years, where I get most of my recipe inspiration, and it's Feel Better. It's the one by Deliciously Ella. If you guys follow her on Instagram, you probably know who I'm talking about. She's a pillar in the vegan community. And I found this creamy green butter bean pasta recipe, which seems very simple. We've pretty much got all of the ingredients in the pantry. Our fridge is ridiculously empty. Honestly, I don't know what happened. What's great about it is that it's very balanced. It's got plant-based protein, it's got healthy fats, it's got a good dose of fiber and carbs. So it's very nutritionally balanced, which is obviously something that I pay attention to. sneakily try the food. Ruben is putting Mia down to sleep and I need to help him out, but let's try. Delicious. So the past couple of hours have been very, very difficult. We put Mia down for a little nap, but it didn't last very long at all. Probably 20 minutes. And then I tried to feed her, tried to soothe her, and yeah, we give it another go, but the poor thing just wouldn't sleep. And then I just put her in the carrier, and so I tried to walk with her, and again, no luck. Which is, oh, actually no, I don't need to go in this direction. Where am I going? Yeah, so it was very, very challenging. And now, thankfully, Ruben is not in meetings, so I can leave her with him as I go to the physio. My back is a bit messed up right now, and that's mostly, I think, from bad posture and feeding Mia in weird positions, and also carrying her and holding her in weird positions. And you know, I feel like a failure when it's like that, when I just cannot figure out what my baby needs, and you know, the poor thing is crying and crying, and I'm trying all sorts of things but nothing really works. It's quite uncomfortable as a mum to do that, and you know, Ruben is even more frustrated, I guess, because he needs to work and he's, you know, he just can't focus. And now I feel kind of bad leaving. Yeah, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? It's just the two of us, so we've got to tag team and we've got to get through it. Also, can I just say, I've been intending on like going for a run for days. I'm not even kidding you, and it just hasn't happened. So I'm back from the physio, and well, it turns out that my neck is a little bit messed up. And what's new there? The sun is just so gorgeous. I'm sorry that you see all these lines. It's just our windows. I like that. Ruben right now is taking care of Mia. She's only been wanting to be held. My priorities today is going to be to make sure that she's okay. It's just so weird. I thought that today I could, you know, focus on the vlog and really make something out of it, but well, it turns out my baby needs me. It's just the reality of it, right, guys? Like, I just want to show you how, you know, I kind of made up a plan in my head, but, you know, just was completely thrown out of the window because my baby had a different plan. But it's a beautiful day, and I just love how, you know, you sense that summer is around the corner. Not summer, but like spring is around the corner. The days are slightly longer, so the sun sets a little bit later. So there's loads to love about it. And honestly, I just cannot wait for summer and being in warm weather. I'm just a bit tired of the darkness and the cold, especially because I'm up at very weird times these days, and that really, really affects my mood. Also, I wanted to show you something. I've gone to my pelvic physio appointment just a couple of days ago. Ooh, got a fussy baby. So I'll be quick. They've looked at my diastasis recti, which is essentially my ab separation. And I'm currently at 1 centimeter ab separation, which is quite normal, I'm told. And in terms of depth, I'm at approximately 0.5 centimeters, which is also quite good. But yeah, I've been taped up to help, you know, bridge that gap and bring them closer, bring the abs closer to what they used to be. And I've got a ton of exercises to do. But, you know, on days like these, I just don't have the time. And that's the reality of it. Antibiotics for mastitis because it's come back. I think it has to do with Mia's latching. It's always in the same boob. They say it's actually related to also the size of your boobs. Like, there's one that's usually, this is normal, slightly bigger than the other, and my midwife was telling me there's a correlation between that and mastitis. Go figure, so complicated. Anyway, I need to take this medication, this antibiotic 4 times a day on an empty stomach, either 2 hours before food or 2 hours after food, which means I need to have a 4-hour gap between meals. which is impossible for me. As a breastfeeding mum, if you know, you are also a breastfeeding mum out there, you know that you get hungry very often. So to me, it just doesn't make sense. So, I mean, I do my best. I just take it in those rare moments I'm not eating, but it's not really on an empty stomach. Anyway, I do my best. I need to place an order for food because our fridge is absolutely empty. I mentioned it earlier, but it's ridiculous. I'll show you. Welcome to our fridge. It's literally just like condiments, a couple of pickles, some butter. I got some pancetta that my mum bought last time. Obviously we're vegan, we don't have it. And some leftovers. That is it. There's not a whole lot. So here I am trying to entertain Mia whilst I have my hummus on toast. It's delicious. As I'm trying to do the groceries, so wish me luck. Okay, so the lighting is a bit crazy, just bear with me. Also my hair looks ridiculous, it's like ready to take off. So I'll probably just tame it a little bit for you. So this is actually the first time I've signed up for a grocery delivery service. I'm late to the game, yeah? I'm late to the party, first time I'm doing it. I guess my issue with it so far, it's been that whenever I needed the groceries, there would never be like a delivery slot available, or if there was one, it was probably like a week later. I mean, if I need yogurt, if I need milk, I need it like today, tomorrow. I think we're gonna give it a go. Since, in all honesty, we just don't have the time to go to the shop. It would be amazing, but we just don't have the time. Also, I've just got a delivery from Vinted. Basically, I just bought an item of clothing, secondhand. I think it's a corduroy jacket. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, this is it. Oh, that looks so nice. I just love this bubblegum color. And also, I've got a similar jacket. Excuse me, shacket. In beige, or like this camely brownish color. So yeah, I just love it. I love this, obviously not with this t-shirt, but I just love actually smells, no, it needs to be washed, definitely needs to be washed. I just really like the oversized look. I love it. This is very much my style. It's great, absolutely great. And it was 50 quid. I got sidetracked again. Don't judge me. I'm going to do some of my exercises for the ab separation that I was talking about earlier. I'm not sure how much patience she's going to have, but she was going to just be here and watch me. Hopefully it was going to be entertaining enough. Now I'm not sure that's going to be the case. So let's see how we go. Really not working. Che amore? Che dici? Leggiamo un po' il libro. Vediamo se ti piace. Il libro della frutta. Also, I've not mentioned this before, but during my night feeds, I've been binge watching Downton Abbey. Like, honestly, to a point where I feel slightly embarrassed and slightly gross about it. I think there's like 6 seasons. I think genuinely, I think I'm gonna finish within the week. I'll be able to watch them all. It's ridiculous. I should use probably my time a little bit more productively. Maybe listen to like, I don't know, some educational podcast or actually learn something new. But I've just given in. Good morning, everyone. It's the next day. Yesterday turned out to be a really, really tricky evening. Yeah, this poor girl. Yeah. Hello. This poor girl was struggling so much to fall asleep. She skipped a nap, which is never a good thing. And yeah, then obviously everything kind of went downhill from there. We really tried to soothe her, but nothing was working. So it was really emotionally intense for us as well. Like, I was on the verge of tears for most of the night. Eventually she fell asleep at 9 p.m, but by that point we had scoffed down dinner very quickly, had a couple of mini fights between myself and Ruben, and we were absolutely exhausted. So I was like, you know what, I'm not able to pick up the camera and film at this point. But I'll be honest with you, it was a rough day. Let's hope today's gonna be a bit different. The sun is shining, it's very, very cold, but I will soon be on my way to Central. I've got a couple of errands to run, a couple of appointments, and then I'll be back home to start it all over again. But I hope you enjoyed the rawness and the realness of it all. I wish you guys a lovely, lovely rest of the day. Take care. Bye bye. Also, before I go, look at this beautiful breakfast that I'm gobbling down. It's incredible. It's basically overnight oats with blueberries and fresh apple. And I've got a little bit of yogurt and then this incredible vegan Nutella. I've got also a little bit of soya lecithin, which is apparently very good to help with mastitis. So yeah, it's amazing.